Actually, I think Disney bought it even with Iron Man 2.
No, it won't then. Because I remember it. They didn't buy it.
But still, Iron Man 3 was supposed to be more serious, and they succeeded.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
The difference between DC and Marvel is the fact that the DC characters like Batman, Superman, they have like little dark backgrounds, like dark storylines.
Well,
it's
Peter
a little bit more
Parker's dark background too.
darker, but Marvel, I'm not talking about all of them. I'm talking about like most of them. They have like little, bright, shiny, colorful.
Yeah, seriously,
things.
it just
They got
seems like
colorful undies.
I was born with these powers. You know, I mean, it's like,
Huh?
woo.
Yeah, a lot of
Like,
them, they don't really have.
think
a
about-
backstory.
I like
another
about
thing-
DC.
And the prime example, Thor.
You think I like about...
I mean, okay, I guess that's a little acceptable seeing how he's a god, but I mean, it just and really when you compare Marvel to DC, Thor comes to mind for some reason. Like for me, he's just that character. He's like they just put him there so they would have a really powerful character. It's like really,
Like, and
don't get me wrong, I really like Thor. He's pretty cool, but I don't know.
And another thing, like they would also they also rip off a bunch of DC characters, not just one, but there are plenty that look exactly the same. Like, for example,
Example number one.
one that's been going around for a long time now, Deadpool and Deathstroke. Deadpool and Deathstroke, same name, well, not the same, but similar sounding names in both real name and the name.
Yeah.
And the way they work.
The way they work.
Yeah,
Except
really.
that Deadpool has a childish.
Yeah,
fun
he has a
personality
comic. He has a comic.
They made him a lot
personality.
actually childish.
Who breaks the
Disney
fourth
made him a
wall,
lot childish
just
now,
like this.
But he's
But
crazy. He's funny.
Deathstroke, he's like a legitimate mercenary.
Yeah,
and
he
he'll
always-
kill everybody in his path.
He
Very intimidating,
He takes
too.
things seriously, and not only
Yeah,
that, but
in
he
the-
has indestructible weapons.
No, in the comics, guess what? He shot Kid Flash in the kneecap when he was running at full speed with a 9mm. His aim was that good. Like, he was running.
Because he has high PhD.
And
Right-
because
right
it's
there, right in the
It's
kneecap.
also Kid Flash, so I could shoot Kid Flash if I wanted to.
Oh, but,
And another thing, real quick.
actually, you know who, like, the main enemy in the new Deathstroke comic book was? Like, who it turned out to be?
Who?
His son.
Oh yeah,
His
you
son,
told
who
me
he
about
thought
that.
was dead. Like, it was called, Family Bloodbath or something.
Ooh.
Like, on the cover it showed, him when he saw his son dead for the first time. He was, like, following in his footsteps. He was a mercenary, too. At the end of the comic, like, he was hiring guys to hunt him down, and, he was in the shadow at first, and then he put a knife in the ground, and that was the knife that his son used. Then he came up, and it was his son, but he was just, like, a little older. So, I went like, oh my god! No fucking way!
I mean, granted, I do really like Deadpool. I mean, he always breaks the fourth wall. He's the kind of guy who would always try to make things
It's like,
funny.
the reason why he's so insane is because, like,
He's schizophrenic.
he's too unpredictable. That's why so many people fail at trying to beat him, because not only that he's immortal, but he's too unpredictable.
Not only that, but he can take any kinds of weapon, any kinds of object, like these two wooden blocks here, for example, and turn them into indestructible, not indestructible,
and
weapons of
Taskmaster-
mass destruction.
Taskmaster
Like,
actually
he's like
tried
the
copying
guy.
Deadpool's moves, but failed, and Deadpool beat him because he is too insane and unpredictable.
So again, I like Deadpool. What do you guys think?
Because his insanity
Alright,
makes him
in
so
a fight
crazy.
between Deathstroke and Deadpool, people keep saying Deadpool's immortal, so he would automatically win.
Because the reason why is because he has Wolverine's healing factor. Of
To be
course.
honest, well, actually he has more appeal factor than Wolverine does.
Yeah, it's similar, but it's more.
I really have to disagree because, like you said, Deathstroke has indestructible weapons. He can just chop up all of Deadpool's weapons, his swords, his guns, and, he'd have to surrender.
Then again, like, Deadpool does have teleportation.
That is true, too.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So he can hop.
Well,
Like, this is what he can do. He can hop,
Well,
bring a
then-
nuke, pop!
Then again, he's let this, okay.
Or he can take the health bar and whack you across the head with it.
yeah, there's that.
But, you know how, like, Deathstroke is like, he's kind of like the super mercenary as Captain America is the super soldier.
Yeah.
Well, he has really fast reflex, so as many times as he teleports, Deathstroke will be one step ahead of him. He
But then again, like, you can't forget, like, Deadpool's main thing is, like, he's too unpredictable.
Yeah, but same
You-
goes,
you
same
never
goes
know-
for Deathstroke.
Yeah. All right. In the first issue,
Like Deadpool doesn't really need to think to win.
dude, in the first issue, like he had this new team of like teenagers who just got out of college or something, and they succeeded in their mission, and they were all celebrating, drinking some beers, and they're like, "Hey Slade, which is his real name, you want a beer?" And then he came out of nowhere with the minigun, like, "Nope, just shot them all." He's like, "You're not taking your job seriously."
Another
And that's how you get rid of the trash
Yeah, the
report.
scientists go, "Why are you doing?" So like, I don't need a team.
Honestly, though, if you ask me, we go back to the fight with Deadpool and Deathstroke. Really, for me, I would consider it an endless fight
Yeah,
because
That's true.
with Deathstroke's indestructible weapons and
Deadpool's-
Deadpool's extreme healing factor
and teleportation.
I'm a-
and teleportation, it
and your Deathstroke's
I can
fast
see,
would,
like-
reflexes.
that's the thing, though. They equal each other out. Extreme regeneration, indestructible weapons.
But then, like, also I can see like
Unpredictable fast strikes, minimal health regeneration, teleportation, fast reflexes. It just evens each other out. I
Like,
say
and,
it
like,
would just be an endless
I
fight.
can see Deathstroke quitting
It
because
sounds like the War of the
like-
Gods to me.
I can see Deathstroke quitting because he may get too fucking annoyed by Deadpool.
That's possible.
He does have a quick temper, yeah.
Oh
He would
my
get too
god,
annoyed.
you're so annoying!
Well, alright,
He
it
just
depends.
like forfeit and just
Yeah,
walk away.
he will kill you if you make a one knock knock joke.
It really depends
Deadpool will do
on
that.
which Deathstroke we're talking
No,
about here.
Deathstroke.
Huh?
Deathstroke would kill you if you did one knock knock joke.
Yeah,
It-
Deadpool
it really-
will say the knock knock joke.
It really would depend, though, on the Deathstroke you're talking about. Like, if we're doing the ones from Teen Titans, he's patient. He can take anything.
All right, wait. What about
Slade
Demon?
was creepy.
What about
When he was-
Demon Slade versus when he had like the fire powers?
He still
versus-
looked calm, actually.
Yeah, but still, he had fire powers, man. Him.
Are you
versus
talking about the
Deadpool.
cartoon or the comic?
Yes, the cartoon, but it's also in the comic, I think.
Well, you gotta remember, even though Deadpool has extreme health regeneration, he still can die. If you, like,
There's
trying
no
to
way.
trying to get
There's
trying.
no way.
Hold on,
He can-
hold on. Hear me out here. Why do you think they made a Deadpool game? Come on now. It's if you can deal more damage than he can regenerate, then you can have him beat.
That is possible.
Which it takes a hell of a lot because he's got a lot of regeneration really
But
fast.
he can also teleport to like get the cover or something.
Exactly.
But what about like think about it. Like, what if you were putting him in like a wood shredder
He is
or a
really
wood
good.
chipper? One that
And like he
there
don't
wouldn't
forget
be enough
he has a
left.
magical satchel with
Sure.
I can't.
Satchel.
Yeah, he has a magical bag that gives him like a bunch of supplies and stuff to survive any health.
Tacos.
He can pull out a taco. Just throw it at Deathstroke like, the fuck.
Okay.
And he like Deathstroke is like, what the fuck did Deadpool like knife?
Okay, now let's switch topic to something else.
Just one more thing real quick about how I say that Marvel also kind of rips off things. I think they kind of ripped off Solomon Grundy by making the Hulk. What do you
Well,
think?
Hulk isn't a zombie.
Not really.
I know, but you gotta admit,
actually,
they
Hulk
kinda
Hulk
looks-
was made first.
Oh, they were made first? Because
Wasn't Solomon Grundy
usually
always
the
been a
DC
nursery-
characters are made
nursery
first.
rhyme?
Solomon Grundy was a nursery rhyme, but this was like a different version.
Really, I see what you're getting at, but with Hulk being made first, that obviously he can't be a ripoff of Solomon Grundy. But
yeah, sorry, I made a little
And then
mistake because a lot of the DC characters came first before the Marvel characters.
but then Marvel fanboys would turn around and be, oh, Solomon Grundy's a knockoff of Hulk. Not really.
They're completely different.
But I mean, they do look similar.
They're
anyway.
completely different characters, though.
Pretty much. They got
They
the
can
same
die.
build and
They
they've got
look
the same
similar.
fighting
Yeah.
style.
The Hulk can die.
Yeah,
He actually
Solomon
did-
Grundy can't die.
I think he actually did die in one of the comics.
Yeah, he did. He did. And what else? Oh yeah, Iron Man. Iron Man rip-off of, well, kind of a rip-off of Lex Luthor. They're both in iron suits. They're both rich billionaires. They both run like a company.
No,
but
Well,
Lex
see,
is
I
a
could-
villain.
I could
That's
and he's not
yeah,
as
but-
cocky.
He's
well,
bald.
not really rip-off, more
So you can't trust him
similarity.
automatically.
I
Another
could see
similarity.
I could see what you're getting at, but really, and that would probably work if Iron Man wasn't inspired by the song by Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
If that wasn't the case, then yeah, you'd probably be right. But moving on, I had a subject I wanted to look into. I don't know much about this comic book series, but Shazam. I've taken an interest in that lately, and I'm kind of interested.
Captain
I want to know a
Marvel?
little more about it.
He was
Yeah,
called
the main
Captain
the main
Marvel at first,
was named
but
Captain Marvel.
They
but
changed his
They
name.
obviously had to change it in DC Marvel. DC Marvel. You know, it doesn't work.
I'm still gonna call him. At first I didn't get that Captain Marvel on DC. Then there was Miss Marvel on.
No, there's also Captain Marvel.
Dun,
Marvel
dun,
Universe, too.
dun.
He was well, they called him Captain Marvel, but still, pretty much the same thing.
I don't know. I think I prefer Shazam.
Yeah, me too. He's got better powers.
Oh, but I need a drink.
Shazam. Little kid, Shazam.
Oh, I'm about to check the timer.
Like I don't know
He's
too much
unorganized.
about him. Like I know what he can. Like
Yeah, really. And this is